Hype City Show. We are in the building. We're from a dope location here, Bridgeport Studios.
Yes, sir.
I got this guy, man, talented. This guy's everywhere. You probably hear him on your TV in the morning time. Maybe on your video game.
This is highly possible.
You know, you might hear him a lot of places. But we here, man. Shout out to this man right here, Lester London.
My God.
I mean, thank you very much for your time. You know,
Thank you.
you have a very busy schedule, running around all crazy.
Hey, man. You know, that's how I go, man. You know, we working, bro.
Definitely.
You know, we always trying to make it happen.
Now, before we get to all the new things that's going on with you, for the people that don't know you, let's bring it. Let's rewind a little bit. Talk to the people and tell them about yourself, like how you started. You know, how you got on your musical journey right now.
Well, I started at 10, 11 years old. And I say 10, 11 because at 10 years old, I started DJing.
Right.
And I started DJing with vinyl. And I was DJing like grown people parties, like New Year's Eve parties and things like that.
Right.
So I was already into DJing and hip hop and all of that. And my parents, they had a lot of music around the house. My mom she had a crazy CD collection, and my dad was a DJ as
Okay.
well. So he had a lot of records. They had a lot of vinyl between the both of them. And of course, me seeing that, you know, I was always just curious. I was always flipping through her CD book, like
Right.
he was saying, "What you got in
Yeah.
here?"
Right.
So, you know, at 10 years old, I became a DJ from seeing all of that music around. And at 11 years old, I started producing music. I made my first beat
Okay.
at 11. Wrote my first song, and the song was called "One Day." And I put my mom on the chorus,
Okay.
and we recorded it on like a 4-track cassette recorder.
Right.
This was in Philly.
The ill throwback.
Yeah. I remember it was a Falstex. It was like an off-white Falstex. 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, in Philly, Germantown, Newhall Street.
Okay.
Exact.
Okay.
Yeah. So I once I did that, I it was a wrap. You know, I was like, I think I want to do this like for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know,
You fell in love with it.
I did, man. At 12 years old, you know, I'm making beats, but I finally taught myself how to play the keyboard because my mom had bought me a Yamaha DJX2
Okay.
when I was 12. And I just taught myself how to play the keyboard
Right.
on that drum. And that's what I was doing. I was just making beats all day. Sometimes I'll be outside, but sometimes I'll be in the crib
Right.
just making beats, yo.
It wasn't about no video games or nothing. You're like, yo, I'm on the beat.
I mean, I was, but I spent most of the time making beats. I was digging through vinyl and
Right.
CDs, and you know,
He was a music
listening.
junkie
Yeah,
at a young age.
I was listening to a lot of Jay-Z at that time, you know, when I was a kid. So, as well as other things.
Right.
But as far as hip hop wise, it was a lot of Hove.
Okay.
So just hearing those beats, they inspired me. You know, hearing like early Kanye
Right.
and Just Blaze and Bank, and you know what I'm saying. It was just crazy, man. So I was inspired. I was going crazy as a kid, just making so much music. Um, but yeah, 12 years old, I taught myself keyboard, and 13, 14, I'm battling. You know,
Right.
I'm in the streets. I'm battling. I'm in school. I'm battling, and you know, back home, in Germantown, because I went to school in Northeast
Right.
Philly. I went to Lincoln High School.
Okay.
So back in Germantown, I had started like a little label. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So one of my boys, but my best friend at the time, Story, and the Story. It was him and a few others. We had a little group, so I was just producing all of us,
Okay.
and we was making the songs on the porch, and I would burn the CDs when I got in the house and give everybody a CD, and I'd show my mom like, yo, look what we did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it
So,
was,
so you and the Story been friends for a very, very long time.
oh yeah, since 1999.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Right.
At this point, that's my brother.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's family. So yeah, man. So it was just it was a great time, because all we was doing was, if we wasn't making music, we was probably playing the video games,
Right.
or we was wrestling,
Right.
because we was still kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or we was riding the bikes, or we was playing ball. And one was a big thing.
Back.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Everybody wanted to do the dribble moves and all
yeah,
that.
we was watching the mixtapes and all things like that, But you know, that was an important time for me, because I was hearing so much music and I was getting influenced.
Right.
So I was soaking up all of that music. Even just being in the street and experiencing the things that I was just experiencing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Around it. But yeah, that was my beginning.
Okay.
With music, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we fast forward a little bit. You've been making these projects. Now you started making, more music, building your catalog with bigger names and things like that. And when did you come to Jersey?
I came to Jersey when I was 16.
16?
Yeah.
Now, when you moved to Jersey, how was it different from Philly?
Quieter. Because I came to this part. I came to Pensacola.
Pensacola, right.
Yeah. It was quieter. I didn't know what to expect. But the crazy thing is that my mom will always bring us up here to go to the flea market.
Pensacola Market.
Yeah.
Right,
and
right.
also Pensacola Market.
Right.
So I was familiar with Pensacola. As a kid, I just didn't know that Pensacola was a real place. Like I just thought it was the place that had
the mark, yeah, the mark, yeah,
and the mark.
You're like, I guess that's just the name of the market, not the town.
Yeah. So it was different. It was different when I got here. It was quiet. And as a kid, I was upset to leave home, because I was leaving my friends, and you was just leaving familiarity.
Yeah, you was coming to a new place. You had to make new friends.
I just ain't know what to expect.
Right.
So but then I got here and I'm like, damn, it's kind of cool though. Kind of cool out here, because I always been a reserved kid. You know what I'm saying? So being in this town and being at my mom's house, we used to literally live around the corner from here.
Okay.
Like right next to the 7-Eleven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't too much going on. And I was like, yeah, this is cool. I can just make my beats. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And, so I can just make my beats and write my songs or whatever. So it was dope. And when I went to Pensacola High School,
right,
I graduated from Pensacola High School.
Okay.
When I got to Pensacola, I was known as the angry, short black kid from Philly that was trying to battle everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Because you came from that kind of atmosphere.
That's where I came from.
We battling.
It was aggressive. I was aggressive.
Right. And you come here and it's like it's not like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't like that. I was carrying something like in my heart.
Right.
It was between the anger of me leaving home and me not knowing who was here. So I'm gonna stick my chest out and make a name for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Show everybody who I am.
Right. So, and that's what I was doing back home. I was battling. Like
they already knew you back home. They like, oh yeah, he got some work.
Yeah. So and nobody knew me up here. So I had to make a name for myself. But Pensacola High School was dope. Actually, a lot of my closest friends today I met in Pensacola High School.
Right.
For sure, for sure. Yeah.
You met Apollo there?
I met Apollo, yeah. I met Apollo in Pensacola High School, and he bought a beat from me. I remember I used to walk around with my headphones, you know what I'm saying? I was always to myself,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So I had the headphones on, and I went to the bathroom, and he was like, yo, you the boy, you rap, right? You make beats, right? I said, yeah. It's like, yo, let me hear something. So I let him hear something, and he was like, yo, this shit dope. You made this drum? I was like, yeah, I made this. He was like, yo, let me get this. And I was selling beats for like $20. You know what I'm saying? So
But hey, I'm
so
saying $20,
yeah,
that's a little bit of,
yeah,
back then that's cash for you.
yeah, because I'm 16 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can get,
You got a legal
I
hustle.
could get something from 7-Eleven.
Right.
You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? If I can get some Pop Tarts, Arizona iced tea, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm good, but yeah, so that sparked our a musical relationship, you know what I'm saying? So we never battled though. I battled basically everybody in school, but me and him never battled.
Okay.
'Cause that was a different dynamic that we
Right.
had, you know what I'm saying? And we met through a mutual friend, uh Mikey Santos.
Okay.
They had went way back, and I was already friends with Toast, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
he was like, yeah, that's my cousin. So I'm like, all right, cool. So like, well, yeah, we about to make some music. He like, yeah, that's gonna be dope. So we made music, and Apollo came over so much that my mom started calling him her sixth child. That's how much he was in the basement. That's how much we was making music. Like, so yeah, and that's the same thing for a lot of my closest friends that I
Right.
have now. Started from Pensacola High School.
At that time when you guys were making music, did you think like one day it'd be what it is now? Or did you say, we just having fun with it? We just, or is this like you said, yo, we got something
No,
here?
we knew like a motherfucker. We did, and we would say it all the time. And the thing about me and my friends is that we all knew we was good, and it was only a matter of time. And I had my mom and my dad like reassuring me that you so good, it's only a matter of time. So I also regurgitated that, and uh let my friends know that was a thing amongst my friend group.
Right.
Just like, yo, like, it's only a matter of time. And then sometimes we would just sit and like come up with scenarios and like fantasize, and like, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like this. And slowly but surely all of that shit started to happen.
Right.
Because half of the job is belief.
Yeah.
We believed it
Right.
for sure, and we knew we was good, and we knew we were good for our age. We was only 17, 18,
Right.
and we was making some shit. And we knew that we were getting better. We knew we wasn't at the peak of our talent.
Right. But
we
knew like,
we knew that it's like, yo, when we get 21, we gonna be crazy. We used to say shit like that all the time.
But it's crazy because I always say, you didn't go by the name you go by now.
No. Mm-mm.
I heard of you when I did music. I heard of you. I never met you, but I heard through other people.
Yeah.
This dude makes fire beats.
Which
goes by the name of Y Fame.
Y Fame. Yeah. Never forget Y Fame. You know what's crazy? I just put that on my notes on Instagram the other day. I said, never forget Y Fame.
And this is before I ever knew who you was.
Man.
And I was like, man, and I was like, when I first met you, and I remember
Yeah.
speaking to like Dro, and I was like, "Is this the same?" This spot? He was like, "Oh shit, yeah." Now here it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
First it was Young Fame,
okay,
and then the reason I became Y Fame was because of Twitter. It was already a Young Fame, and I'm just like, well, damn. So I just shortened it and it became Y Fame.
Right.
And after that it became Famey, and then Famey Miscellany. Then I cut the Miscellany off again. Then I was Famey again, and then there's just so many name changes. I say I'm getting rid of the Fame shit altogether.
So you got rid of all the Fames, and then we came to Lester London.
Yeah. It was.
Why did it take so long to get to Lester London?
I guess it's a form of fear. I think it was a form. I was attached to the name Fame because I had done so much with that.
Right. Like how you got in, like everybody, this is how I've been moving under this name.
Yeah, I met all of my friends through that, all of my connections, my mentors. Right. I got signed with that name. It was hard to let
you come somewhere else. Like, yo, this dude? They'd be like, who the hell is that?
Right.
Oh, no.
It was a big leap for me, man. And I took counsel with a lot of people. It's like, yo, what you think? What you think? Yes. And a lot of people said the same thing, was just like, well, you did a lot of things under Famey and Fame, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a whole new,
right.
It's gonna be a whole new thing. And I was willing to go through that, because the main reason what pushed me to change the name was me leaving my record deal.
Okay.
And which was already a heavy thing.
Right.
Because I was signed to Jerry Wonder,
right,
who produced the Fugees and all that.
Right.
So I met Jerry. Well, he found me in 2011.
Right.
I lost my dad in 2009.
Right.
So him finding me and being a part of his circle, he became a father figure.
Right.
And he was my mentor, like one of the first mentors I ever had.
Right.
And I was just around him a lot.
Right. You lived in that studio.
I lived in that studio. Yeah. I lived outside of the penthouse. Right. Up on the roof. Yeah. And it was hard, making that decision, trying to break away from that, but I knew I had to.
Right.
I had to leave that situation, and being a young man, that's one of the reasons why I decided to do it, because it's like I'm my own man, and I'm a young man. I have to make this decision now, because where I'm at in the label, nothing's happening.
Right.
See, I'm not moving.
There's no growth here.
But I'm 26, 27.
Right.
I'm like,
just getting older.
I gotta do something. Like, this is my career. You know what I'm saying? This is time. So I had to make that decision. It was one of the biggest decisions I ever made in my life. And I consulted with my mom, a bunch of friends, and I decided to part ways with Jerry as an artist.
Right.
Not as a friend or a person, because I just saw him the other day. I was just up in New York with him.
The business side of it, like, all right, I gotta move this way.
I had to make an executive decision on my own behalf.
Right.
So
what did he say to you about that?
He understood.
Right.
He understood. My mom was the one that's saying, I think both of y'all are making a big mistake. I don't think y'all should part ways yet. That's what my mom was saying. I held a meeting between me, him, and her.
Right.
And she was like, I think y'all making a mistake.
Now, was your mom kind of like doing managing roles for you, I guess, like, or just
No,
consulting with you, like, just so you don't go in there by yourself, like, all right, I'm gonna hear
well,
this out also.
I asked her to come with me.
Okay.
I asked her to come with me because my mom she gave me music.
Right.
You know,
I feel you.
I do music because of her.
Right.
And if I'm doing music to be good, she's the one I'm trying to impress at all times
Right. I feel you. Okay.
to this day.
Right. Right. Right.
You know, so I asked her to come in the meeting with me,
Okay.
and I told her like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. She said, yeah, I'll come with you. I don't think you should do it, but in my heart, I knew I probably should.
Right.
It was hard, man, because it's just like you a young man and you around all these celebrities and you got every instrument as a musician, you got every instrument at your disposal. You got interns ready to bring
Right.
those instruments up, and you
'Cause
can make music
that's
all
every
day.
person's
And
dream to
you,
be in that position.
yeah, you in New York. It's a bunch of things happening at all times. It's
Right.
opportunity everywhere, and to make that decision to step down from that
Right.
and to start over and with a new name, people probably thought I was fucking crazy. They probably thought I was a fucking psycho. It's like, yo, you,
You
I
did.
don't know, nigga. Well, I don't know what you doing, but
Right.
but my friends, they stuck with me through it, and I went through it. I went
Hmm.
through it, and it was hard. Cause when I came back here to Pennsauken, I didn't have anything. I didn't even have no equipment. The microphones that I had, I sold them, or even let my friends have them, and then they sold them.
Right.
I didn't have any more equipment. I still had my mom's basement. My computer was damn near like in half. My
Right.
laptop was like in half. It was just like the shit would cut off at any minute. I'll be making the beat and the shit just cut
Cut
off.
off.
This is after my deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was hard, and I didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? I had to get jobs. I got a job at Sam Ash, and I left that shit. Left Sam Ash, and then I went and got a trucking job, moving mattresses in Philly and going place to place,
Right.
delivering mattresses and delivering heavy ass desks to
Just to try
lawyer
to get some money to
offices.
get
Just
equipment.
trying to get some bread, trying to get some equipment, right?
Right.
So it was but I knew that I had to go through all of this, and
Right.
I was ready.
Right.
I was ready, so that's what I did. It was
When you
really
start over,
big.
you knew you had to start from the bottom.
Man,
Yeah.
it was so it was humbling. That was my moment of uh me. Well, I didn't say life humbled me. I felt like I needed to do that anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, nah, man. I know what I want, and I gotta earn that. So I made the choice to earn my shit.
Right.
I could have just been in a situation and just stayed there
Yeah.
and
Just been just that.
whatever.
That's it.
I'm like, nah,
You know.
this
Yeah.
is cool, but it's more.
It's more. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to take 10 steps back to go 30 steps forward.
Right.
So and it was hard, man. It was hard, but I did it. I did that.
Right.
Now
Now you make this great music. The world knows now. You're making beats that's on
I mean, of course we want more of the world
right.
to catch on, but that's
You got enough, trust me.
yeah, well, I'm not even I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not really concerned with at this point who's fucking with it and who's not.
Okay.
Cause number one, I love this shit from the jump
Right.
extremely. That's number one. Number two, I'm playing a completely different game now.
Right.
I'll do my artist shit, but that's because I love it. But I'm playing a different game now. I'm I'm not in the artist rat race with everybody else.
Right.
I'm just not.
Right.
And that's not because I got sync placements. That's because I wanna be something else. And I know so many people, so many talented people, that just need guidance.
Mm-hmm.
They need guidance. They need outlets. They need connections. They need knowledge.
Right.
They need help. You know what I'm saying? So I was one of those artists that needed help. I would say all the time, like, damn, if I just had some fucking help
Right.
with something.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? And I know what it feels like to not have no help, but I also know what it feels like to have help.
Right.
And when I got that help, I was like, damn, I want to be one of those people.
Right.
Because that shit felt good to be helped. And it was looking at the person helping. We talking about we talking about Jerry, and we talking about one of my mentors, Casper, my other mentor, Kwame. They just seen something in me and was just like, nah, I'm gonna help you because I like you and you talented.
Right.
And you should be seen. Or whatever
that
you
doesn't
need.
happen a lot in this business.
It don't.
And when people do that, it's like, damn, you're really, you know.
And so that's the thing. Everybody's gunning to be an artist. Everybody want to rap. Everybody want to sing. Nobody's gunning to be a person to put other people in position.
Right.
I want to be that because the people that I look up to is Quincy Jones and Clarence Avant.
And they put a lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z. These type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Responsible for incredible figures.
So
you know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because, you know, regardless when you grew up, other artists made them stay alive to other, you know, other groups of, you know, different ages.
Mm-hmm.
Because people probably be like, who the hell's that guy? Oh, but let's look him up because they're shouting him out. He must be somebody. So that's the thing. I mean, but it's crazy. So you said sync placements. Explain to the people, because I'm kind of, you know, I think I know, but I want you to tell me so I know I truly understand it. So sync placements.
So sync is short for synchronization.
Right.
When you do a sync, that means it's synced to audio, is synced to video.
Okay.
So you got commercials, TV, movies,
all that.
Yeah. So that's what that is.
So your songs, or you know, the songs that they whatever, you know, I don't know how it goes. Like, do you make your catalog? They pick songs from that.
Yeah.
Or you say, hey, here's a song. You know.
So how it's working right now is, so I have right now I got a niche with the sync.
Okay.
Sports. Is working. Found a formula. You know, and the records are fun to make. Okay. That's first and foremost. They fun as fuck to make. They very fun to make. But there's a formula that I found that I didn't even, it just happened. The first record that went off was Tunnel Vision. And I didn't even produce that record. I wrote it and I had it for about 3 years. Okay. Something like that. And then my man Chill Moody, who's a
Shout out to Chill Moody.
Shout out to Chill. Chill, who's a good friend of mine, hit me, was like, yo, I just signed this deal with the Eagles. We're gonna put together a playlist. I need a record. I said, all right, cool. So I went into my archive and I was like, damn, I never did nothing with this. This is sports. So I sent it to him. He was like, yo, I think this is it. I'm gonna send it to the Eagles. So all right, bet. So he sent it. And he was like, yo, do you mind if you mind if Doc Cromwell gets on this? No, I know Doc Cromwell from when I was signed up in New York because
Okay.
I used to see him at BMI events
Okay.
a lot of the time. So I'm like, yeah, I don't mind, but I always liked Doc as an artist. I always thought he was dope. So but he from Philly as well. So
Right.
we all from Philly. So
Right.
he was like, yo, I want to put Doc on this. I said, yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Let's
So it's
do
like,
it.
yo, can you give me like a open, give me an open spot on each verse. It's 2 verses.
Right.
I said, all right, cool. So made that version, sent it to him, sent it to Doc. Doc finished it. We sent it to Chill. It's like, yo, this is it.
Let's see.
So we sent it to the Eagles. The Eagles loved it. They used it for the Packers game,
Right.
November 27th, 2023.
Okay.
And we got invited to the game, got invited to the field. We watching the game. They played a song in the stadium, and crazy feeling.
Yeah,
So
that had to been like, you know, like
yeah. So it was an
this is thousands of people hearing this song. You know what I mean? Like
we just in the stand. We just vibing. To it,
nobody
you know what I'm
knows
saying?
this is like, yo,
It's like, yo, this is me standing right here.
right.
It was a crazy feeling. So that made me say, like, man, I like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the same song,
Right.
and Dot was on it. Dot is on that song. Dot had a situation with SoundCloud.
Okay.
And he knew somebody at SoundCloud that was working with Sync at SoundCloud, that does Sync at SoundCloud. And 2K was doing something with SoundCloud.
Right.
So he said, yo, we got this song, Tunnel Vision. Here goes this song.
It's already
It's
been
like,
for the Eagles, so
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
like,
So,
you know.
So they wound up using it for 2K. I'm like, okay. So
Crazy. Like now your song is just forever
yeah,
in
and
this
it's just
game. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So and after that, bro, it was really the inception of the Sync career for me just happened to happen. It just happened, you know.
Did you say in your head like, why didn't I know of this shit a long time ago?
All the time.
Right. You probably said, I wouldn't, yeah, you
All
would have
the
been doing
time.
this, but I would have been over here though.
I was so look.
You probably said, man,
I said to myself, all of those years of being signed,
right. And
nobody said anything about Sync.
nothing.
Nobody. Nothing.
It's like a hidden thing. Like,
Nobody. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Seven.
All the famous people you're around, big celebrities, singers, whoever. Nobody ever said, yo, the sing, you should try to do nothing.
I didn't even know what Sync. I didn't know what it was called.
A lot of people probably don't. A lot of artists probably don't know what that is.
I knew that Jerry had a lot of production and he had a lot of songs and movies.
Right.
Because if you went to his house, you see all the posters that he had music in. I didn't know it was called Sync. I didn't know what that was.
You thought they just hit him up, maybe.
I just thought it was Jerry Wonder.
Right. He already got the plug. Yeah, I'm gonna put my song in this joint.
So I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was. But fast forward, I'm making my music and I contact Dot, who's on the record. The record is called Tunnel Vision.
Right.
I contact him and I'm just like, bro, like you got time for a phone call. So I had a phone call with Dot. And Dot was getting playlist placements already. He had the situation with SoundCloud. He was doing well as an artist. And I'm just like, how the fuck is he doing it? So I hit him up and I was like, yo, are you free? Are you free for a call? He's like, yeah, it was good. I was like, yo, bro, like like artist to artist and shit. I'm tired of releasing my music and it falling on deaf ears. I'm just tired of that.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired. You know, the conversation was more in depth than that. Lot more things was said, but
Right.
that was what I wanted to say to
Right.
him. And I said that to him, and he was like, "I'm gonna call you back." So he called me back with his partner, Kamari Martin.
Right.
Now they run a company called Lavender Clouds.
Okay.
So I get on the phone with him and Kamari, and I explain, you know, musical
Right.
situation.
Your frustration of this music.
Yeah, just like
what's going on.
Yeah, so Kamari had a connection at United Masters.
Right.
Now I had already been with United Masters since like 2017 when you couldn't just go and sign up. You needed an invite link.
Right.
I had got an invite link through a friend of mine, Cheech from MTV.
Okay.
He's not at MTV anymore, but at the time
he was at MTV.
And he sent me a link, and anybody I had ever crossed paths with had seen my talent and
right. Looked out like, yo, this dude's dope. I'm gonna send him the info. See what he do with it.
So Cheech was one of those people, and he would have me come up to the office sometimes, and I would just go to the office and chill. But he sent me an invite saying, "Yo, it's this thing just started called United Masters. It's the invite link. I don't know.
Check it out. Check it out."
So I'm like,
they gave it to me, so I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, and I'm like, since it came from Cheech, I'm gonna just go through with it, you know. So I signed up, and the first record I released through there was a record called Lil Goat. So I released Lil Goat through United Masters in 2018, 2019, something like that.
I played that show.
Something like that.
Yeah, I remember Lil Goat.
That's the first joint I put out through United Masters.
Okay.
Now fast forward again back to Kamari and his connection at United Masters. He pitched me to United Masters. And beforehand was like, yo, send me all your whatever placements and things that you've done and stuff like that. So it was for a pitch. So he pitched me. And they was like, yo, we wanna offer him partner joint. So it's like, can we get him on a call? So we had a call with United Masters, and that was that. And the first record that got picked up was Lil Goat. And they got picked up a couple times. They got picked up by the NBA and the NFL. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
Right.
So now I'm like, all right. It's definitely something to this sync shit. So now I'm paying attention for real.
Yeah, now you want it now.
How can I dive deeper?
Right. I only hit the surface. Like, what? It's more than this. It's way more.
But I still didn't know the ins and outs for real. I'm still new.
Right.
You know. Now, crazy story. Soul Child called me.
Shout out to Soul.
She called me and was like, yo, I got this opportunity. It's some soccer shit. We should make a record for it, like some possible sync shit. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some shit. So she was like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up later in the day.
Right.
I'm like, all right, cool. So before she got here, I made 2 beats. One beat wound up being our record Choice.
Okay.
Which me and Wayne wound up collaborating on.
Right.
Wayne Campbell.
Shout out to Wayne.
We wound up collaborating on that, and that became Choice.
Right.
The second beat that I made was it was more like electronic.
Okay.
So we did the song, we finished that. She left or whatever, but I went back to the beat a couple days later. I'm like, damn, this beat kind of dope. And it do sound like sports.
Right.
So I wound up making a record to it. And that song wound up becoming Wins. So I did Wins. I sat on it for maybe, I don't know how long I sat on it, but when I finalized it, it was it just happened to be playoff time.
Mm-hmm.
2020, 2020. Yeah, last year.
Right.
Last year. So I finished it, I uploaded it, and I uploaded it just in time for playoff time. Put it out through United Masters, and the NBA picked it up. Well, ESPN, excuse me.
Right.
ESPN picked it up.
Right.
So I was like, oh shit. Damn, wait. ESPN. So I'm calling my mom, calling everybody. It's like,
Right.
yo, ESPN just grabbed my jaw. Like, so I'm in the email with, one of the people who's in charge of sync acquisition over at United Masters, and they like, yo, I don't know what they're going to use the song for, but you can download this not download, you can sign up with to this website called TuneSat.
Right.
So I signed up to TuneSat. TuneSat is basically if you got records that somebody had picked up and they're going to use it for TV, SAT is short for satellite. That's
Right.
what TuneSat is.
Okay.
So it's a satellite that detects your music. So you upload your songs to TuneSat.
So where
They listen for it. So I excuse me. Sign up for the site. Maybe like a week later, I just see shit start popping up on TuneSat. ESPN, ESPN2, SportsCenter. I'm like, oh, it's interesting. Like, damn, they really running this shit.
Right.
Now, it's a barbershop in this studio. Shout out to my man Juan. Juan cuts right over there.
Right.
I go to get a fade. I'm sitting in a chair. He always watching First Take.
Right.
I'm in a chair getting a fade. My song comes on First Take. I said, oh shit. Like, oh yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm doing more.
Did you say, yo, Juan?
Yeah, no.
Turn this.
No, he knew.
Oh, he already knew.
He knew. So
it must have been a cool feeling.
It was a crazy feeling. It was dope.
Like real shit.
It was rewarding.
I believe.
It was rewarding. All of the years of doing music.
Work,
yeah.
Like, yo, I'm sitting in this chair getting my hair cut, and it's on one of these shows that millions of people are watching in this morning. You know what I mean?
So these are the type of things that I wanted to happen, that I was working towards when I left my deal.
Right.
I said, if I got to step down from this and work my way back up and get,
right,
these type of things, what I got to do. So that's what I did. And then that moment right there was like, damn, full circle.
Right.
That's
crazy.
So it was just rewarding, reassuring. It's like, damn, I did the right thing.
Right.
Because you never know until shit start happening.
Right.
So yeah.
Now, you got that, and then you're working on this project that you have coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
You got this cool jazz project.
Yeah.
That when you guys hear it, you're definitely gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah, because you got the early
jump. Let's talk about this real quick. You have this project. I'm not sure if that's the track list or how many tracks are gonna be on it.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
That's the fight.
So 6 records, right?
Technically 5.
5.
Yeah.
5, 6.
Including the intro.
But yeah, jazz theme. Super dope. I mean, the bars, everything is just there. I feel like it's a non-skip to me.
Thank you.
Real, yeah. I mean, I would keep it a beam with you if I'd be like, you know what, like, yeah, this and that. But I ain't hear nothing that I had to even say to you because I just was like, I had the mean face on every time when I'm hearing
Yeah.
that, and that face where you like, "Ooh, run this back, hold on, run this back."
Yeah.
But yeah, you got some records on there, man. You got some records on there. How did
Word.
this project come about?
You know what's funny, man? I've been in love with jazz since 2015.
Right.
I discovered jazz when I discovered painting.
Okay.
I discovered painting back when I was signed and I wasn't feeling too good about my situation,
Right.
you know. So I used to just roam around New York and just try to get some inspiration.
Okay.
So I would go on a train and just with no destination. Sometimes I wind up in Bushwick,
Right.
seeing all of the art, seeing Basquiat everywhere because Brooklyn. That's it.
Right. Right. Right.
Brooklyn is Basquiat. Seeing Basquiat everywhere and me being curious, because I had never done my research on him at that point. So I researched Basquiat and I basically just like he just became one of my favorite figures.
Right.
Period. Um, I watched the documentary, the Radiant Child.
Okay.
It's jazz all over that documentary.
Right.
So I'm hearing this music, and one of the first records that I gravitated towards was Salt Peanuts, which is by Dizzy Gillespie.
Okay.
It's in the documentary. The documentary starts off with Salt Peanuts. So not only am I diving into the Basquiat as a person, I'm getting more familiar with art. I always knew how to draw as a kid,
Right.
freehand. So I'm getting more into art, and then I'm getting more into jazz. So it's just three things. My mind's going crazy,
Right.
and I'm just enjoying my time in New York, exploring. So I get back home and I just decided to paint. I started painting, and I said I don't want to paint to nothing but
Jazz
jazz.
music. Right.
Yeah. So as I'm listening to the jazz, as I'm painting, I start getting familiar with jazz artists and the types of jazz and all that. But I carried that all up until now. It's always been a part of me as a person. Like all of my friends know that I love jazz.
Right.
Um, I never really incorporated it in my music. You might hear a little bit of it, but I never really fully fledged went into
Straight jazz.
jazz. Um, so what made me want to do this project was we just came from the sync conversation, right?
Right.
Me doing the sync was me paying my bills.
Right.
I pay my bills
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the syncs they bring in
Bring.
some money.
Right. You're on ESPN. I don't even need to know. We don't need to ask you that. 2K. You said what you said.
So when you're doing that and you're trying to make these records for sync, it's like I said, they're fun. They're fun to make.
Right.
But I got layers as an artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a person.
Right.
So I was contemplating, I'm like, damn man, I wanna do something like from the heart.
You don't want to be stuck in just that bad.
Yeah, and I just wanna because when I'm not making the sync, I'm listening to jazz.
Right.
Or I'm listening to Hove. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm playing my vinyl records, or I'm going to collect vinyl records, or I'm at a vinyl convention and I'm digging.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm watching a jazz documentary. That's really a part of who I am, So I was like, nah man, but I feel like rapping. I wanna rap.
Right.
Because I come from that.
Right.
We started the conversation and I told you I was part of the battling shop. I was really a battler.
Right.
And I was writing my ass off. I'm like, man, I want to get back to that as a grown man.
Right.
I wanna rap though.
Right.
You know, so you take the love of jazz and wanting to explore that, and then you take that wanting to rap and get back to the love of rap, and you combine it, and you come with the project that I'm about to release. Is called Boring Luxury Jazz Rap. And it took me 2 weeks to do.
That EP took you 2 weeks to do.
Took me 2 weeks.
Sounds great for 2 weeks.
Thank you, bro.
Real shit.
I was inspired. They all of the loops.
Right.
I did all of the loops on the MPC, chopped everything up. So it's all me.
That's crazy.
And it's really just it's my love for jazz, but it's also me incorporating wisdom and my love for like fine things, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The stuff like that, wine and plants and roses and you know what I'm saying? All of those type of things, and you know, the ascot and berets and
Right.
glasses, you know what I'm saying? Is
you in your jazz bag, right?
this is my jazz era, but it's like this is the truest form of me. This is the truest form.
Right. But like the project is different. It's just something different. Like it just took me somewhere different. Like when I heard it, I was like, this is just gonna win because it's different. And it's dope too. Like, you know, you hear the jazz and then it just come on and you just doing what you do. Word up! I swear, like
I appreciate
that. Like I'm sitting there, I'm playing this with my chick. I'm like, yo, listen to this record right
here. That's perfect.
Real, yeah. You know, I already know how you vibe out. I know how you bringing it. So I was like, yo, you hear this record? She was like, yo, who's this? I said, yeah, this my, we know this is about to do the interview. This is my man. He nice with it.
Word, that's dope.
But yeah,
that's perfect. Oh yeah.
Well, you already know. I know you. The chicks vibe to it. You, yeah. I know how you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But when does this project get released?
I'm thinking about early October.
Early October.
I'm thinking about early October. Yeah.
Some fourth quarter shit, huh?
Yeah, fourth quarter. I'll start, because you know, it always gave me fall.
Right.
I finished it beginning of summer.
But I don't think like it would, in my mind, yeah, it's like more of colder time.
Exactly.
Hoodie, that type deal.
Exactly.
Summer,
right.
You need you need those type of records, warm. Yeah, like it's not, it could be that, but it's not that though.
Right. Yeah. I'm thinking early October. But I'll start rolling it out late September, mid-September.
Right.
You know, I got some things planned.
Right. How'd you come up with the titles of songs for that?
It was
especially my favorite record. How'd you come up with the title for that one?
Charcuterie Utopia?
No, the
Salmon Pot de Leo.
Yeah, the Salmon Pot de Leo.
Well, so Salmon Pot de Leo, shout out to which one of them is both of these?
Yeah, both of them.
Shout out to Bodega 856. They got salmon pot de Leos. I'm pescatarian.
Okay.
So when I heard that they had salmon pot de, I already love pot de Leo.
Right.
When I heard they had salmon pot de Leo, I said, oh yeah, no, I gotta try that. So I tried it and it was amazing. And anything that I get into, it's gonna go in a verse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At some point. So it wound up in the verse, and I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna name this Salmon Pot de Leo.
Okay. Shout out to the Bodega 856.
Yeah, shout out to Bodega 856. They know my name at this point. Yeah. I don't have to say it no more. I put my order in. They say, yeah, for less. Yeah.
When that song drops, they gotta play it in the shop.
Look, I might look, yo,
Right.
I might
Shoot
shoot
the
a visual in.
right, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, I think the titles for the tracks as well as the main title for the project was me just being free,
Right.
like jazz,
Okay.
and just being my authentic self and not putting too much pressure on the titles
Right.
of the songs.
Just letting them be
Even
what
just the main title, boring luxury jazz rap. I call it boring luxury jazz rap because a lot of people associate jazz with being
being
boring.
boring. Right.
But for me, boring is luxury.
Right.
You know, what's boring to somebody else is the chillest shit in the world. For me, I'm an introvert. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I told you earlier, I don't leave the studio.
Right.
I just be chilling. So all of this music that's about to come out is about to be jazz. Of course, I'll still do my sports stuff,
Right.
but
That's the bills.
yeah. But to feed my soul and my heart, it's going to be this jazz, and it's a lot of it coming out. I got a lot of it coming out, and it's a lot of bars. So if anybody had any
So you're
doubt,
gonna stay in this. So these next few projects is gonna be in this pocket.
yeah, I'm gonna be in this bag, and they're going to progress
Okay.
into more elaborate jazz records as well. So we starting off with the freestyles now,
Right.
but
You know I think
I got a doozy at the end of this.
I think since you're in this jazz bag, I'm gonna just throw it out here. I don't. What is her name? Her name is It's Amir Ali's sister. She plays the saxophone, and like she's really good at it. Like she plays all over all over. I think you guys should link because that would be super dope to get some real, what I mean.
Let's put it together. Look, if you got the line,
yeah.
let's put it together.
I think that would be dope since you're in your jazz bag and she plays saxophone. Y'all can figure something out. Y'all are definitely musical.
I'm with it. I'm with all the shits. I'm with it. I actually I'm not gonna say it. I'll just let it happen. But yeah, yes, all of that for sure. I'm down for all of that. I'm about to have so much fun
right
with this jazz, and it's going to be some of the greatest musical moments for me because I'm making this jazz music. And I can't wait to let everybody hear it.
Word, I can't wait until they hear it because they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he wasn't lying."
Because I don't think there's not too many artists giving you that aesthetic or vibe.
Right.
I'm all about elegance and eloquence and luxury and
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just find things of black excellence, and I really enjoy that aesthetic. So I think there needs to be. I don't care where you at, any area. There needs to be somebody speaking to that, or it needs to be somebody that represents that.
Right.
Because it's already enough of what we're getting. I'm not going to say what that is.
Right.
You know what it is.
Right.
It's already enough of that.
Mm-hmm.
We need somebody who stands like this. And we're like, no, that's foolery. I don't fuck with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some prestige, man. We need some prestige. That's me. I'm prestige.
Right.
So I think we need that. And I'll provide that. But I also will provide the backdrop and landscape and soundtrack for whoever else wants to do that as well.
Right.
I'll produce that. I'll put that together for you. You know what I'm saying? Like artists I told you earlier, they're gonna be with me. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see records come out with me and other artists on with the jazz aesthetic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's coming. It's coming. You know, I just need that to it needs to exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It
Once
needs
it
to exist.
exists, then
Yeah.
rest is history.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Right. Yeah. So that's where we at with that,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Definitely. Definitely. So you said sometime October we'll be getting
Yeah.
that project.
Yeah. Early October.
Okay.
For sure. That's for sure. For sure. Mhm.
Now, before we get out of here, I always ask this hypothetical question. You answer it the best way you can answer it, all right?
Okay.
Now, if boring luxury jazz rap was reimagined as luxury fashion line, what pieces would be in the collection and how would they reflect the sound and feel of the album?
Be an ascot.
Okay.
It'd be a beret. The beret because the beret represents artistry.
Right.
The Louvre is in France. The beret reminds me of France.
Right.
I would definitely have the beret as one of the main pieces for sure. Like custom berets, that'd be fire. But also custom ascots.
Okay.
You know, he's right here. You know, it's all different types
Different
of
flavor.
patterns.
Right. Right.
You know, so yeah, it'll be those two
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm rocking with that.
Mhm.
Now, let everybody know where they can find you, this music.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can tell us like how to listen for your music on these other little stations because I don't think you know when they get played. That
Yo,
you just find out
I
through the thing.
I don't know. And sometimes sometimes that joint be missing things. So
Okay.
but yeah, everybody can find me. Just Google Lester London. You'll find me on Instagram. I am Lester London on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I am Lester London. Also, my brand, Not for Ordinary Girls. You can also search that. You'll find that. That's me as well. But yeah, man, just look out for me. Look out for Wins is the main record right now.
Okay.
That's being used for
Everything, right?
everything. At this point, I have about 10 syncs.
And every time that gets played, you get paid.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And if somebody uses it, they have to pay a fee up front.
Right.
And, yeah. So
Do you set that? Like, do you
sometimes
say
sometimes
this is what I want?
Sometimes
It
depends on what the situation is.
Okay.
Depends on the situation. Yeah. Because
That's cool. Then.
Yeah, because
Sometimes
they have sometimes they have a set. Be like, yo, this is the payout. This is the all in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the number. I say, all right, cool. You know, but if it's negotiable, then we'll negotiate. But anyway,
yeah.
But yeah, just I don't know, man. Just turn on ESPN, man. Watch Sports Center. I don't know. First Take. You might hear me.
Yeah,
man.
sometime in the morning you gonna hear his joint.
It'd be surprising me, yo. It'd be surprising me. Like, God damn, man, shit crazy. But you know, some basketball games. Some basketball games. NBA's Instagram. NFL's Instagram. They just keep if you know my voice when I do the sync joints,
right?
Just keep an ear out.
And any new records for the upcoming season, or you can't tell me that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So I have a new record that's geared towards sync coming out September 5th.
Okay.
Actually, so a few days from now. It's called In the Tank.
So football
produced by me. It's featuring my guy No Excuses the Great. It sounds like football.
Okay.
Sound like
You
football.
said September 5th, so I'm thinking like that's football. You know, that's like football weekend, right? Yeah, kind of. So
It sound like football, but you never know who. But see, that's the thing.
you never
Look,
know. Yeah, it could be anything.
I wrote Tunnel Vision and I made wins for basketball, and football was the one to pick both of those joints up
Right.
first.
So it doesn't. It could
You
be
just never
anything.
know,
It could
man.
be a golf joint, or you know.
Like, right. I would love that.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Just keep an eye out. September 5th. In the Tank is dropping.
Word.
Also September 12th, I believe I got another record dropping. It's not a sports joint, but it's called Top Tier, featuring Doc Cromwell.
Okay.
It's more geared towards independent women because I love them.
Right.
Always. That's why
Right.
my brain is called Not for Ordinary Girl. So September 12th, Top Tier is coming out. It's like a New Orleans bounce
Okay.
type of
Right.
deal. Produced by me and Wayne Campbell.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fire. So September
I
12th.
still see Wayne in his bag.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wayne ain't never gonna leave his bag, man.
Wayne's dope.
He always got some
Wayne's
shit.
super
Man.
dope.
So always. It's always fire when we link up. I love it's only a handful of producers that I love working with, and we always create magic.
Good stuff.
He's
right.
one of them.
Right.
For sure. So yeah, man, that's what's coming.
Well, man, like I said, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For taking time out of your busy schedule. Chit-chatting with us, man. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Definitely, man.
Yes, sir.
Go follow this guy. Go get the album when it comes out.
I'm around, man. Boring luxury jazz rap. Yeah.
Boring luxury jazz rap.
Yes, sir.
6 records on it. 6 dope records. Let it play. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it, man.
Let it
I
play.
might put it on vinyl.
Yeah. Oh, we put it on vinyl, yeah.
Mhm.
You gotta sign that, and that's for like,
I got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Say no more.
But yeah, go check this guy out, Lester London. Shout out to Bridgeport Studios.
Yes, sir.
My man 6 behind the boards. You already know. We out. Thank you. Peace.
Yes,
Appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, man.